Good morning, Year 4. It's Mrs. Collins here with Monday's maths lesson. Please pause the video and in your maths home learning book, write today's short date and learning objective to multiply. Once you've done that, play the video and get ready to start your lesson. Okay, let's make a start with our starter activity on money addition. I'd like you to add together 50 pence, 40 pence and 10 pence. You might decide to do that brain only, using the coins to help you. You might decide to do it as a column method addition set out like this. Please pause the video if it helps and write the answer in your maths book. Well done. Okay, if you set your work out like this with the place value headings tens, ones, tenths and hundredths, you will have ordered the numbers largest to smallest and you will have drawn a line at the bottom for your answer. Starting from the hundredths column, you should have added up all the zeros and have written 0 in the answer box. And then the tenths column, 5 tenths add 2 tenths is 7, add another 2 tenths is 9, add 1 is 10. Now we know we can't put 10 tenths in here, so we put the 0, the decimal point goes in the same place, and the 1 goes in the ones column. So 50 pence, add 40 pence, add 10 pence equals £1. Well done, Year 4, if you got that correct, give yourself a tick. Now you've had a practice, here's some challenges for you to work through. Mild, spicy and hot. Choose the method you prefer, brain only or column method, or maybe a different type that suits you. Pause the video, have a go and press play when you're ready to go through the answers. Good luck! Well done, Year 4. I hope you've given yourself a few minutes to work through these answers and written your work in your maths book. Let's have a look and mark together. So the mild challenge asked you to add 10 pence, 10 pence and 5 pence, giving the answer of 25p. Spicy challenge was a little bit harder. 40p, add 10p, 5p and 2p. 57p was the answer. And the hot challenge asked you to add £1, 60p, 5 and 3p. The answer was £1.68. Give yourself a tick if you got those correct, or a dot if you got them wrong this time. Don't worry, we'll be practicing these skills as we go through the week. Let's get cracking with the next part of the lesson. We're moving on to adding 3 numbers using our place value column at the top. Could you write in your maths book thousands, hundreds, tens and ones? The question is asking us, what is the sum of 20, 34 and 15? The sum is the total of these 3 numbers. So let's have a go at adding them together. Using your pencil and the squares in your book, write the numbers under the correct place value heading, starting from the largest. 34, 20 and 15. Pause the video and add those 3 numbers together, pressing play when you're ready. Okay, let's have a look at your working. You should have started from the ones column and have had added 4, 0 and 5 ones to give 9 ones. Moving on to the tens column, add 3 tens, 2 and 1 tens together to give 6 tens. So the sum of 20, 34 and 15 is 69. Well done if you got that correct, give yourself a tick. Now that you've had a practice, here is your chili challenge. You might want to start from mild, or if you feel more confident, spicy, or if you're super confident, have a go at the hot challenge. Pause the video, give yourself 2 minutes, and press play when you're ready to go through the answers. Well done, let's get ready to go through the answers together. The mild challenge asked, what is the sum of 10, 12 and 14? The answer was 36. Give yourself a tick if you got that correct. Spicy challenge, what is the sum of 13, 25 and 45? 83. Hot challenge, what is the sum of 54, 63 and 87? The answer was 204. Well done Year 4s if you got all of those correct. Your brain should be warming up, ready to start the main part of the lesson. Put your pencil down and get ready to listen. Today we're going to be learning the 9 times table and solving problems using it. To start off, I'd like you to write the 9 times table clearly in your maths book, making sure that each number and symbol has a square of its own on your page. Having this written down will help you with problems that we're going to solve later in the lesson. Please pause the video and give yourself some time to write it down. You may wish to spend some time practicing your 9 times table. You could do this by chanting it out loud, making a song or a rap with it, writing it down again and again until you're really confident with it, maybe making a poster to put on your bedroom wall, or getting a grown-up to test you with your 9 times table. Once you know your 9 times table, what's really magic is that you also know the 90 times table. Let's see if you can see the pattern. The 90 times table is just the same as the 9s, but the answers are 10 times bigger. Let's have a look together. 1 times 9 equals 9. 1 times 90 equals 90. You can see that 90 is 10 times bigger than 9. The 9's moved 1 place to the left and is now 90. 2 times 9 is 18. What do you think 2 times 90 will be? You might have guessed it, 180. Well done. Pause the video and see if you can work out the rest of the answers for the 90 times table. I challenge you to write these down in your book and press play again when you're ready to mark your answers. Well done Year 4. I've now revealed all the answers to the multiples of 90. Have a look through them and mark them. Okay, let's move on. Your 9 times table and your 90 times table is going to help you solve problems in your activity pack. One of the problems might look like this. It says counting steps of 9 to draw a pathway through the maze moving vertically, horizontally or diagonally. You can use a pencil or a crayon and you can actually write on the sheet for this question. From the start button, you're trying to spot those multiples of 9. Oh, I can see 9 straight away there. 1 times 9 is 9. I'm going to join that to, oh yes, 18. 2 times 9 is 18. Can you see another multiple of 9? Oh yes, there it is. 3 times 9 is 27. So that started you off to give you an idea of how to complete these maze type questions. Once you've finished that, you then write the multiples in your book. Another question that you might get today is a range of different questions using the 9 times table or 90 times table. You can see that some of them are very simple, like the first one, 9 times 7, which you can use the times table you've written in your book to find the answer if you can't do that brain only or by counting in nines. There's also some different questions that might ask you to use the 90 times table, like this one here. 630 divided by 90. Now at first that might look a little bit tricky, but remember, if you know your 9 times table, you know your 90 times table. I know that 63 divided by 9 equals 7. So 630 divided by 90 must equal 7 too. And if you get stuck, you can always go back to those timetables that you've written in your book at the start of the lesson. You might have a question that asks you to multiply 3 numbers. In this case, start from the beginning and multiply the first 2 together first. So we've got 9 times 7. We know that that is 63. I'm just going to write that on the top there so that I don't forget it. We then need to multiply that answer, 63, by 10. We know what to do when we multiply a number by 10. We practiced this lots last half term. We move each digit 1 place to the left and the answer becomes 630. Now in the learning packs that you collected from school on Friday, you will have got some sheets that look like this. So if you're in red or orange group for maths, you will have got an activity sheet with lots of questions using the 9 times table. Green group challenge looks like this, and blue group are doing something similar but with the 5 times table. Please find this sheet in your book and have it next to your exercise book ready to start your learning. Your exercise book's got squares in it, just like your book at school, to help you to set out your work. So for example, if this is question number 1, you would write 1 in your book. As I said earlier, you can draw on the sheet to help you to work out the 9 times table through the maze. When you've completed it, you can write the multiples of 9 neatly in your book, leaving a space between each one. Once you've done that, you leave a square space, write number 2, and go on to the second question. If there's any problems that you get stuck with, don't panic, leave those, come back to them at the end. Maybe ask a grown-up or a sibling to help. And if you're really not sure, you could always email me on our school email address, year4@hucklow.sheffield.sch.uk, and you'll find this address at the front of your pack. If you weren't able to collect a pack, or you've lost this sheet, you can find all of the resources that we're using today on our class page. This will be found on the Hucklow website. If you do need any help, please let us know. Work through the problems one at a time, and remember you've got your 9 times table in your book to help you if you need it. Good luck! We can't wait to see your answers and enjoy your learning. See you tomorrow, Year 4.